Howdy folks, how's it going? I'm Atticgoblin and today we are playing Fallout 4. We're in Vault 75. I'm going to do the combat simulation terminal once I've killed all these dudes. Should we charge? It's usually not a good idea, but we're gonna do it anyway. Go! Go! Watch out for traps. Go! Where are you? Hello? Hello? Where are you? Where's the stairs? Stairs? I want to go upstairs and kill people. I'll collect all the stuff in a minute. How do I get up there? There's got to be a way. Am I being stupid? Yes, I'm being stupid. Where are you? There you are. Hello. Shotgun for your face. You have a nice gun. I want it. It's mine. Thank you. Do you have any friends up here? There's a hole in the floor. What's that? Don't know. Aha! Access card. It was in there. Yay! We're going to start doing the Fallouts differently. I'm going to cut out all the collecty bits, except for special items. Obviously I'm not cutting out this bit because I'm talking. Yeah. But stop sitting down on things. If something amusing happens, we'll stop it. We'll put that in, but yeah. See you when I've collected everything. Okay, let's do this combat simulator. 25 seconds. Go.
Starting course.
Oh, am I meant to run in there?
3, 2, 1. Begin.
Bomb. 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 I think I meant to run in there. Go! Oh, hello. You as well. Bye bye. Yeah. Oh. Ah. Hit him then.
Course completed.
That was rubbish. Do it again. Okay.
Starting course in 3, 2, 1. Begin.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. 16 seconds! Yay! Oh, we got a prize? I want a prize. Give me a prize. What is my prize? 19 seconds! Yay! Gobby. I thought it was quicker than that, but yay! Do I not get a prize? Damn you. Damn you all to hell. I've forgotten what we needed that keycard for. There's a door. What? Access the laboratory. Wait, what floor are we on? Well, that's the exit. Come back to that bit. If I remember rightly... Am I going the right way? No idea. Yeah. We want to go up and across to get the legendary weapon from the last episode. How did I get upstairs? Aha! Bobby top top, Bobby top top. Ooh! Ah! Aha!
No use, not without a card.
I've got the
Have to find
card.
the card.
It's in me.
Don't have the card.
It's in me inventory.
Have to find the card.
Oh well, back to the other place then.
Need to find the card.
I've got to carry this stupid thing. Oh, I've got the lab access card, not the admin access card. That's annoying. Yeah, well. Something just opened that door.
Who's there? Hey.
Nobody. Ow. Hello. Bye-bye. Give me all your stuff. You can hit him at some point. That'd be nice. He's got shades on. He hasn't any more. Sorry, dude. Let's do this top bit first. Hello. Oh, there's a bobby pin there. Yay!
Nice.
Bobby pin, bobblehead. Bobby pin, you fool. Researcher's terminal. Test protocol. Aerobic aptitude. Researcher guidelines. Aerobic station. This station exits to measure and increase This station exists to measure and increase aerobic ability and cardiovascular health of test subjects. As the terminal operator, adjust incline and speed to reach and sustain target rate in the subject. Once target rate has been sustained for 60 seconds, or greater than, is that greater than? Yeah, greater than 60 seconds, gradually increase duress until peak heart rate has been reached or exceeded. Heart rate guide. Age, min, tag, opt. I like the way it's only up to 18. Once you're 18, we don't care, we're just gonna kill you or something. That's pants, man. Side effect guidelines. Unacceptable. Cease test if risk arises. Death and stuff. Nausea, vomiting. Acceptable. Continue testing. Muscle strain, nausea, vomiting, loss of How can you continue testing when they have loss of consciousness? You're not very scientific, are you? Researcher's notes. Nina. Nina won't believe it. I'm actually on the research team. We've always thought some grown-ups must stay in the vault to help the overseer run things. Even if we never saw them. I was right. Not everyone has to go to the outside world. They said I'd do more good here, and I couldn't be happier. I wish there was some way she could know I'm still here, still able to watch her. She'll graduate in 2 years. Maybe they'll put her on the research team too, if her scores are high enough. It's only been a few months since graduation, and already I feel so much more mature than the kids I'm monitoring every day. Rohit and James both still talk about taking over the vault, like they think there's no one listening. Robbie and Becca still sneak off to huff propellant. Well, that's useful. If you're training, it's not going to help, is it? We see that too. They'll never make it onto the research team like I did. I'm just glad I can still keep an eye on Nina. She's not doing too great on her scores though. She was never much of an academic, like me. Her physical scores are among the best in the group though. I'm sure she'll graduate to a good team for up top. I just hope I can see her before she goes up top. Supervisor Bizzell, whatever. Supervisor B lost some papers from his clipboard this morning. He was pretty anxious about it. He'd spent most of the morning searching for them, then pulling me aside to get me looking for them while he went to meet with the overseer. He really doesn't want anyone to know they went missing. Turns out they got sucked into a vent. I could hear the pages flapping in there. There's no way I can get to them unless I were to go downstairs. But I saw Rohit finish them out of the vent down there first. I'm going to tell Bissell I couldn't find them. Shooting range. The range is really getting run down. I've asked the overseer whether we can have some supplies brought in to refurbish it, but was told we should work with what we've got. Then she reminded me it wasn't even my station. I didn't think it would be a big deal to have her ask some of the up-top graduates to bring supplies, but I guess they're really busy, and there's always some risk involved with her going outside. Maybe she'll ask at next year's graduation, when she takes the new graduates through the surface door. That's if any of them actually go through the door. Assistance terminal. Lab assistant clearance only. Testing schedule. Lots of names and times. Invalid. Private. If your name is not Rohit or James, then butt out. Hi, James. 1534. I was able to mess up the scheduling program. The system won't expect us to test anyone after lunch for a few days. If you're right about the overseer having helpers, I don't think anyone's noticed. Anyway, this will give us some time to get things ready without prying eyes. You can leave me messages on this terminal too, if you need. Should be pretty secure now. Wasn't that secure, dude. We can start smuggling ammo in here. Nobody should find out if we're pinching a bullet or two at a time from the range. Still need to figure out a good fuse, but it'll take us a while to get enough gunpowder smuggled in from the range before that matters. 1057 hours. What do you think we're up against anyway? 1401. Worst case, all the superiors we've ever seen graduate. 1001. That's not comforting. I really doubt it though. I'm almost positive they're just got geeks up there, maybe even just robots. Depending on the robots, I might take the up-top grads. Haha, yeah, I'm not worried though. There can't be as many of them as there are of us, and they're basically training us to be able to overpower them. We won't know until we know, I guess. And I guess we're going to know real soon. James, have you thought about what we should do with the little kids? If we hit the door during nap, they should be safe. Save? It should say safe there, but whatever. You need to learn to type, dude. We should still make sure everyone pushes forward as much as possible. I hope that'll work. We should probably have a few stay behind just to keep an eye on them. Good idea. We can trust Alma, right? Why don't you talk to her during her testing appointment tomorrow? She's in. Where did we come from? Came from there. Cool. It's this way. This way. Yes, we have the access card. Onwards to the doors of... Ooh, fan. The doors we couldn't get through. Oh, bloop, bloop. Admin...
Who's there?
Oh, hello. It's me. Jeremiah
Get
Fitzsimmons. Wow, he's pretty hard. Switch weapon. Do 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 do. Chief Scientist's Terminal. Confidential. Prime Directive. Welcome to Vault 75. As outlined in your confidential briefing packet, Vault 75 is part of a top-secret military training program. You have been selected for your professional credentials, experience, and commitment to the improvement of the human genome. It is of the utmost importance that you follow protocols herein. The mission of Vault 75, or above all, is the refinement of human genetics. Your scientific staff will operate according to the research schedule set forth by Schlett, Braun, and Lambre. You will be working with an overseer with a background as a military officer. Your overseer will be responsible for training and maintaining the subject population you will be working with. It is important that you and your overseer maintain a healthy working relationship. Experimental abstract. Vault 75 represents an unprecedented opportunity to test our hypothesis that the human genome can be improved at a rapid rate through the combination of selective breeding, normal treatments, genetic modification, and an accelerated generational cycle? I don't know what that means. The experimental objectives of Vault 75 are detailed in the handbooks, which have been provided to you already. This experiment is intended to be carried out over multiple generations. As such, there may be unanticipated research opportunities that present themselves. Such diversions from provisional protocol are permitted at the discretion of the chief scientist. Staff replenishment. This is probably going to say replenish with the ones that are quite smart. Because Vault 75 represents a long-term experiment in a closed environment, it will become important to replenish staff periodically. This shall be done by selective recruitment of outgoing subjects. We anticipate a certain percentage of resident population to exhibit high intelligence scores, but sufficient physical capabilities to be qualified for genomic harvesting. These subjects may be, at the Overseer and Chief Scientist's discretion, offered the opportunity to join staff. Those who would refuse should be disposed of in the same manner as unqualified outgoing subjects. Please note that all internally recruited staff should be kept strictly separate from general population for at least 15 years to prevent members of the general population recognizing former residents among the staff. Only the most trusted and capable staff members should be admitted to the genomics laboratory. It is the responsibility of the chief scientist to, very carefully, choose these staff members and ensure they are sufficiently trained for their roles. Genetic Harvesting Protocol. Outgoing subjects aged 18 years with aggregate scoring of superior or excellent across key physical, mental, social traits must be escorted to the genomics laboratory. Processing should be done on an individual basis and with great care. Remember that successful subjects will likely be capable of overpowering staff. Reiterate to the subject that the brief round of vaccinations is necessary, and avoid arousing any suspicions otherwise. Each subject should have a file for processing which indicates which specific organic material needs to be preserved for future testing. Be sure that these directions are strictly adhered to, and that specimens are stored quickly. Genomics report, showing records for most recent graduation, reports prepared by Chief Scientist Gibson. Many days until next graduation. Genome donors. Overall harvest was exceptional this year, lots of superior ratings in the physical categories. Many of our vital organ initiatives are paying dividends. Pain thresholds have been a mostly solved problem for years now, and we're finally getting past issues like cardiac arrest under heavy duress. The genetic material we're gaining this year should help the next generation meet goals we thought were still a decade or more off. Some concerns about aggression levels. We've had a few cases of psychological breakdowns due to stress over the years, but incidence was much higher in this group. Going to recommend we synthesize some new tranquilizers just to stock up. Food supply remains best delivery method for general population, but should be concerned about future W-Science staff too. Recruitment. Only needed one recruit to scientific staff this year, with Washington joining the genetics team to help me out there up here. Subject's physical scores were very low, and he has consistently shown good problem solving and critical thinking. Overseer has concerns about his attachment to some of the younger members of the population. I'm not too worried. His physiological profile shows that he's very suggestible. We'll keep him on the observation deck long enough for those he had personal relationships with to graduate out of the population. That gives us some time to acclimate him to the experimental protocols without conflict. We just need to keep him in the dark until then. Dispose. We have very low disposal overhead, thanks to the excellent harvest ratio this year. Just 74% of overall graduating class. Incinerations will be done within the week. Good first task for Washington before we begin the real work. Error! Corrupt. Please refer to hard copies. Manual re-entry recommended. I'm beginning to wonder if this is where the super mutants were made. Let's not go up there. There's a few more doors down here to do first. You're hearing things, dude. There's nobody here.
You're
Just
dead.
me. What's your gun? It's shiny. Fires green stuff. What are you doing? Yay! Is it still here? Yay! Thank you, dude. Overseer safety. Nice. Although I could have just picked it. Grognock.
Bingo.
The Barbarian. I must have so many perks now from them. I've collected like, I don't even know how many anymore. Look at all my perks. Oh, there's not as many as I thought there was. Huh. Fair enough. Ah, no, it's because they're leveled. Okay. That makes more sense. I want this vase. Right. Overseer's Terminal. Operations Protocol Manual. This is going to take a while. Resident admittance. Personal officers are responsible for admitting residents and obeying standard protocol for sanitization and scans. Research staff is to assist as needed, but otherwise remain in their wing. Adults aged 17 and older will be isolated and disposed of by the head of security. Children under the age of 17 are to be taken directly to the atrium area. As Overseer, you are responsible for introducing the children to the caretaker robots and their sleeping facilities. Research protocols will not begin until the second week of containment. It is recommended that you participate directly in routine story times each evening. Vault 75 has been built within the townships of Malden, and all families with children aged 5 to 16 have been offered subsidized admittance to the Vault program here. This should maximize the number of residents able to report for admittance in a crisis event. In the event that it becomes necessary, it is preferable to allow potential subjects to remain with their families in the bulkhead area over allowing adults to accompany subjects to the atrium. These subjects will not be admitted to general population. Some distress is expected in the early days of internment. Please refer to Vault Tech's childcare consolation protocols, if guidance is needed. Personnel and security staff have been assigned to Vault 75 and provide with standard instructions as found in your operations manual. Research personnel are to remain in their designated wing and isolated from making physical contact with residents, except under special circumstances. New research personnel may be selected annually from the Vault population at Overseer discretion. Residents are to be informed that these persons have vacated the Vault. Overseer directives. Residents aged 18 or older must be removed from the general population annually. Residents who have exhibited genetic promise are to be preserved for genome harvesting and reintegration. Residents of average genetic promise but high intelligence and docility may be recruited to the research staff at overseer discretion. All other residents to be removed must be culled. Research staff is responsible for cultivating embryo replacements to maintain consistent resident population numbers. Vault 75 is to remain sealed until all clear order is issued by Vault-Tec. Annual turnover. Beginning 1 year after initial containment, children over the age of 18 must be removed from the general population. This will be done annually, on a date specified by the Overseer and Chief Scientist. It is recommended that this graduation be treated as an important tradition inside Vault 75. Appropriate ceremonies should be conceived of and performed by Overseer staff, with outgoing subjects being removed one by one from the main living area. Once separated from the general population, subjects with aggregate ratings of excellent and superior are to be escorted to the genomics laboratory for processing. Subjects with excellent and superior intelligence ratings, but not aggregate, will be offered position as overseer of research staff, per discretion of the overseer and the chief scientist. All other subjects should be disposed of. Overseer's log. New researcher. Worried about the new recruit in science. He's supposed to be on simple observation duties and closely monitored until the subjects he knows in population have been processed. I know we've done this many times before, but something about this one feels wrong. Not sure I should have let myself be talked into it. Nursery capacity. We're having a capacity problem in the nursery. We're as full as we can be in IVFS, but introducing more residents to the population is going to be problematic. I'd prefer to wait until the next turnover. We'll have to discuss with the chief scientist. Fire! Damn it all. Some kind of wiring issue caused a fire in the archive. We lost some hardware that I'm told will be difficult to repair, if not impossible. Science lost a lot of historical research data, though I'm told we can get some junior staff started transcribing hard copies. Some of the locks failed once the fire got bad, worryingly, but turned out to be a blessing in disguise. Some science staff nearby got in and stopped the blaze quickly. If the locks hadn't failed, then myself or one of the senior scientists would have to have manually opened the doors. Vault 75 status unknown. Please address below. Genome preservation online. Research. Nope. Nope. Resident vacancy 100%. Researcher vacancy 100%. Wait, door control. Open. No, not ceiling doors. Yeah, well, whatever. Save control. Disengage lock. Even though I've got the key. Oh, that's the remote door control. Okay. Where's the safe? There it is. All your things, thank you. So I don't know if this is where the super mutants were created. They're obviously messing with genomes and stuff. But I don't know. Yeah, that's everything in this vault. Yeah, vault. We have done. But yeah, okay, so I think that's it for today. And there's also lots of stuff, like crazy amounts of stuff. So that's a pretty good vault to do. But okay, so I think that's it for today. I will speak to you guys in the next video. Cheers for watching, mateys. Join the Goblin Army. Bye bye.